Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please spam the like, share, comment. Wanted to do this video like a day ago or so, but always getting caught up in the background doing something. Um, yeah. If I'm here, I'm gonna be reading chats while I'm here for right now. Comments. This is frost. Everything not to do when you're trying to just build a company. When G4 was gonna come back, I was kind of excited for it, even though I know we I do gaming. I have other gaming people that I'm a gamer myself. I do gaming. I have people that I watch, but G4 was one of the channels that you could go to that they talk about games. They advertise all different kind of games. So there was like fun. So I was definitely was gonna watch them and definitely give them some love because they were from back then and it was just they had some fun people to work there and I was like, okay, if they're relaunching G4, could be interested because that's the thing, if you have a name, but you cannot come back to your fans, that 95% of your fans that watch you are mostly guys. Some girls watch you here and there, but you cannot come back and have a brand and decide to turn in 95% of your fans that support you. So anybody would just know that's bad business. If I'm just gonna throw away 95% of people that support me and I'm hoping for a new fan base that's probably going to represent 5% of the population, I'm I'm going into bad business. And somebody should knock me upside my head. Because if I'm going to throw away 95% of people that's going to support my business I'm hoping that I could get this new audience of 5%. It's not a good metric to go to a company. I'm already coming in with with a established fan base. It's bad enough I've been gone. I went away for years. But the thing is, when you have something that was good, people don't just forget about it. And even a newer generation that probably never watch it, it still have their cousins or their uncle or their aunt that saying, "Hey, G4 is fun," and they could introduce you to it just off just word of mouth, even without advertisement. Somebody saying, "Yeah, it was a fun show," da da da. Pass it on to a cousin, pass it on to a friend. So of course you're gonna have a foot in the game compared to if you're just a brand new company that nobody know. No, you actually have a fan base. Even though you was away for a few years, there's still plenty of people that know about G4. So I'm sure some people gonna catch on to the message later and later, like, hey, do you know G4 come back? Oh shit, I didn't even know. Do you know G4? Word of mouth passing around. And if y'all want to go big, y'all could put up like do more advertisement, maybe put up a billboard or two if y'all want to take it that big. But just posting stuff online, it's gonna get around, posting Instagram, posting Facebook, posting Twitter, whatever the case. I'm sure it'll get around that G4 is coming back. And definitely y'all gonna have returning fans. There are people that I know that have successful YouTube channel that said, yeah, they love G4. And those people was actually talking to show you that that's why I said you have real YouTubers out here that really trying to show you that love. Cause I hear YouTubers that was talking to their fan base like, hey, do you hear? No, know that they have a established brand, they still, because they was messing with G4 before they even was a YouTuber, they telling their fan like, hey, I heard G4 was gonna come back, man. I want to see what they're gonna do. And they're saying this in stream, talking to their fans. They're not even saying like, maybe I shouldn't be saying this because I know that I'm in this. No, they was like they wasn't scared to let their fans know that I used to watch G4 and I hear G4 is coming back talking to their fan base, saying they they are looking forward to see what G4, if they're gonna bring back that that nostalgic feeling, mixing with some new blend. with some new blood, and they was looking forward to it. That's why I said there's still a lot of good YouTubers out there that if they was messing with your stuff, not because they're doing YouTube knowing they're getting paid, are gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna mention it to my fans that I used to watch that. No, they're like, yeah, I used to watch that, and I heard they're coming back, and they wasn't scared to say that. So give it up to all these independent media that's out here, new media that's doing it. That that is not afraid to tell people, hey, I used to watch G4, and I heard they're coming back. And as I said, I was excited to see what it is, and they bring me this. So let's see what exactly they bring us. They bring us this right here. Let's check it out.
I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online: sexism in gaming. In joining,
somebody hire you to entertain gamers, and one of the first stuff you're supposed to, you don't want to talk about Red Dead Dimension. You want to talk about sexism in gaming. I didn't hire you for that. That's not what G4 was ever about. G4 was never about sexism in gaming. So automatically you come in with your own script. That's not what I'm showing up to G4. I'm not showing up to G4 to watch this. This is not what I come to G4 for.
G4.
This is not where I thought we were.
And then no, you got people on set say this is not what we're talking to, and people are clapping. Here I am, I got a job, I'm trying to feed my family or whatever, and you just literally like going off. And I would be looking, if I was there, I would be looking around like, hey, hold on, what the hell is going on here? I'm here to sign my contract. And once again, a lot of these people, remember, G4 is coming back, so they're getting paid from Warner Brothers or whatever the case. So they're getting paid not because of they're getting views and they're pulling in XYZ money for the channel. They're brand new, so they're not really pulling in any money from this channel right now. They're getting paid because somebody over them is paying them that money and hoping that the show is going to be successful and the fans is going to come back and they're going to make up that money in the back end. So they're already sitting here, they're already paid, not because they put out XYZ amount of banging content. No, they're new, but they somebody over them are paying them, saying, hey, we're going to pay you this amount, go out there and make a fun show, and we're going to grow. So here there is getting paid, and this is what you want to talk about instead of talk about gaming and how excited. There's so much happening in gaming since G4 wasn't around. There's so much they could talk about gaming right now and make the show excited. But look what not to do when you're trying to run a successful company.
We're going,
I know,
but I'm here.
I had no idea.
I'm listening. Yeah.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the
What the hell is she talking about?
previous hosts. It's somehow
talk to him, Frosk.
It has somehow been
why is this shit just loading like that?
expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a compliment.
It's weird.
It's dehumanizing.
Why is she's going off and talking about nobody asks her all of this. This is a game channel. Why is she talking about jerk off and bangable? Like, that's not what people come to G4 for. They don't come to G4 to hear you talk about this. Like, she's going off on a rant and then even after the rant, none of the high-ups came out and said, this is not what, our business is about. No, nothing. And these people are clapping and all this. Nobody there to be like, hey, we are here to run a company. This is not why we're here. So she's going off on the fans and condemning the fans that's watching the show. And this was just a mess.
And it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
And that's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at XPlay, our reviews are written and produced by a team of people. There are too many games for one person.
And then she's talking about too many games and they're are right and produced by. So you're saying you're not a gamer and you're reviewing stuff that you're not really the one that play that game, and she just go off on this weird rant, and it's it's unfortunate that she cost so much people their job. I was hoping for the G4 to stick around, but when I see how they came out the gate, I was like, I was subscribed to them, and I just unsubscribed. I was like, if this is where G4 is going, I'm not going there with them. So I unsubscribed, and I wasn't watching it ever since this whole Shuba rant and craziness. And I see that they're not really about games; they're about something else. I was like, I'm out. So then I tell my friends and everybody, yeah, G4, it's not G4 anymore. They're running something else. So the people as I know wasn't watching, so they used to watch. So I was checked out. Ever since this whole, oh that yeah, they're not the same G4 I remember or anybody that used to watch it remember. So I was like, I guess they're going for a new audience of 5%. I was hoping they get their 5% and 95% will just leave them alone and said, okay, they're just brand new. So it is what it is, man. This is everything not to do if they're trying to run a successful company. Yeah. So you got her, the people behind her, everybody that's supporting all this antics that's not antics that you should be doing it when you're trying to run a company or a business. So it's unfortunate, but I'm hoping if there was anybody good that wasn't in the position to speak up, that's behind the scene, I hope, something work out for them. But for everybody that was in a position to speak up and didn't say anything, that's on them to have this person being a face for them. And sometimes when you're silent, they said, you agree with somebody. So especially when you're in a position to say something like, yeah, this person what does not represent us as the whole. That's just her. Nobody really said that. That was just her. Unfortunately, I was hoping to see somebody speak up and said something. So, I don't like people losing their job, but it was doomed from the start when you start out something like that. Everybody was optimistic of seeing G4 do great, but with this, they showed that this wasn't going to be nothing like the G4 that anybody remembered. They was going for the 5%. They didn't really care about the 95% that actually care about them. So it's unfortunate, man. But thank you for everyone to watch. I wanted to just make this video nice and short. I don't know, my stuff was acting weird anyway. So I'm probably going to talk about this more. You know, I did watch Black Adam. I guess in my next video could talk more about it. That's Black Adam movie. It is amazing though. So yeah, definitely a must watch. One of the best action movie I've seen in a while, since Endgame. So yeah, it was pretty amazing. So thank you. Share the like. What the hell is going on here? Why is this shit acting retarded right now? Yes. So yes.